Do you feel like certain people in your life are holding you back, draining your energy, or filling your mind with negativity? In this video, we're diving deep into the wisdom of Stoicism to reveal the 9 types of people you should reject immediately if you want to live a life of peace, purpose, and personal growth. Lesson 1. The constantly negative. The first type of person you should quickly turn down is someone who is always negative. Those people always seem to find something wrong with everything, whining non-stop and dwelling on their problems without trying to solve them. Stoicism says that our peace of mind is the most important thing we have, and letting bad things into our lives is the only way to lose it. Being negative spreads easily. People who follow the Stoics believe that our feelings and attitudes are affected by both our own thoughts and the things that happen around us. Sometimes being around people who are always negative can change how you feel about life, making it harder to stay upbeat and logical. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, said, "The key is to spend time only with people who make you feel good and bring out your best." Stoicism tells us to focus on what we can control, like our reactions, thoughts, and decisions, instead of listening to people who are complaining. While the person who is always unhappy may not be able to change everything that happens in their life, they can change how they react to it. Being pessimistic is how they choose to see life, and it can get in the way of your peace and happiness. You should avoid the constantly negative not only to keep your mental health safe, but also to keep your ability to think clearly and be optimistic. The Stoics would tell you to get rid of these ties and replace them with ones that help you grow. Be grateful and understand that problems don't last forever. Say no to people who are always negative and don't want to change their attitude if you want to follow the Stoic theory of emotional fortitude. Lesson 2. The manipulators. You should also get rid of people who try to control you. Here are some people who lie to others or use them to get what they want, usually by twisting truth or playing with your emotions. Stoicism stresses how important it is to be honest, know yourself, and have ethics. These numbers are not at all compatible with manipulation. One of the most important ideas in Stoic lessons is to act in a good way. Virtue includes traits like being honest, fair, brave, and wise. Manipulators, on the other hand, are not fair or honest. Trickery and lying are ways for them to control other people and get them to do or believe things that are good for them. For Stoics, that kind of behavior would be a very serious breach of moral standards. His words, "We are not troubled by things, but by the ways we think about them, by changing reality and how other people see it." Manipulators are directly attacking your ability to see things clearly. They make things unclear, hurt trust, and make it hard to stay true to yourself. Your peace of mind is constantly under attack when you're around manipulative people because you never know what's real and what's made up. To keep your sense of independence, you need to turn down manipulators. Stoicism tells us to follow our own best judgment and not let outside forces, like situations or other people, rule our lives. People who are manipulative want to control you and make it harder for you to act rationally and on your own. This is the reason you need to stay away from them right away. Practice judgment so you don't fall into their traps. The Stoics say that you should get wise so that you can spot lies and stick to your own values. Don't let the trickster take away your identity and sense of purpose. You're standing up for honesty, clarity, and mental freedom by turning these people down. Lesson 3. People who always lie. You should also turn away people who lie, especially people who do it all the time. Lies make people not trust each other, and relationships can't work without trust. Stoicism stresses how important it is to live in line with truth and reason. Liars upset this balance by telling lies that make it hard to see what is really going on. The Stoics thought that knowing the truth was the first step to being wise. Alexander the Great, one of the most well-known Stoics, told people to live in accordance with nature, which means to follow what is right and reasonable. Chronic lies don't want to believe the truth. They trick you into believing lies, errors, and illusions that make it hard to see things as they really are. They get in the way of your path to wisdom by doing this. Losing trust is one of the worst things that can happen when you lie. Stoicism teaches that honest and respectful relationships are the best way to connect with other people. People who lie all the time weaken this base, making you doubt and feel unsafe whenever you're around them. You start to doubt not only what they say, but also your own ability to tell the difference between truth and lies. Rejecting people who lie all the time is important for keeping your own sense of ethics. The Stoics thought that our inner virtue is the most important thing we have. They thought that people who lie all the time hurt our virtue by making us want to live in a world full of lies. They put us in situations where we might feel like we have to lie back, or where we are always doubting ourselves and others. If you want to follow the lessons of the Stoics, you need to be around people who value truth as much as you do. People who lie all the time are a clear threat to this. You promise to be clear, honest, and good by turning them down. Lesson 4. People who are envious and jealous. Feelings of envy and jealousy show that you are not safe or at peace with yourself. Sometimes, people who are jealous and envious are unhappy with their own lives and want to bring others down to their level. Stoic teachings say that you should turn away from these people because they will get in the way of your own road to virtue and self-improvement. The Stoics thought that envy comes from putting too much emphasis on things or accomplishments that are outside of oneself. We don't find happiness in our own lives because we compare ourselves to others and get angry when we think they have something we don't. Marcus Aurelius told people not to play this game by saying, "Don't think about the things that other people have. Instead, think about the things that make life well-ordered." When you hang out with people who are jealous and envious, you are constantly exposed to this negative attitude. If they are unhappy with their own lives, they might try to bring down your success, criticize your accomplishments, or play down your progress. Instead of praising your progress, they might try to make you feel bad about what you've done or plant doubts in your thoughts. It's important for your health that you turn down these people. Stoicism tells us to pay attention to the things we can change, like our thoughts, actions, and decisions. People who are jealous and envious tend to focus on things and people outside of themselves that they can't change. This wrong mindset makes people angry and frustrated. You might pick up their bad values and lose sight of your own goals if you let these people into your life. By following Stoic principles, you should learn to be thankful for your own life and ignore other people's jealousy. Spend time with people who help you grow, enjoy your successes, and motivate you to stay on the path to virtue. Lesson 5. People who are stupid. If someone is disrespectful, they don't care about their rights, feelings, or honor. Stoicism says that respect is one of the most important parts of having a good life. Respecting others shows that you value yourself, and the Stoics thought that all people deserve basic respect and decency. It's important to turn down rude people if you want to keep your morals and your ties with other people. The Stoic way of life teaches us to value unity with other people. From Epictetus, we can learn that we should be kind and respectful to everyone we meet because we are all people. However, disrespectful people break this rule. They put others down, act cocky, or don't care about how others feel or what they have to say. Their actions cause anger, hostility, and separation. Having rude people in your life can also make you feel less worthy of yourself. The Stoics thought that the most important thing you have is your character. You tell yourself and others that you are willing to settle for less than you earn when you put up with disrespect. This could make you lose respect for yourself over time, which would make it harder for you to stand up for yourself in the future. Not only is turning down rude people a way to protect yourself, it's also the Stoic concept of justice. The Stoics thought that justice meant being fair and respectful to other people. By rejecting rude people, you show that you believe it's important to treat others with the respect they deserve and won't stand for behavior that goes against this idea. To live a life in line with Stoic principles, hang out with people who treat others and themselves with care. Friends like these will help you on your path to virtue and develop the kind, fair, and compassionate traits that are at the heart of Stoic thought. Lesson 6. The Gossipers. Gossipers love to spread stories and talk about other people for no reason. and making trouble where there shouldn't be any. Stoicism says that this kind of behavior takes away from what really counts in life, which is living with virtue, honesty, and purpose. As the Stoics saw it, gossiping takes our attention away from growing as individuals and can lead us to become petty and unimportant. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Don't waste time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Gossipers, on the other hand, waste their time and yours by talking about other people's flaws, mistakes, or bad luck. They force you to have talks that are pointless and don't help you grow as a person. If you take part in gossip, it takes your attention away from your own goals and keeps you stuck in a loop of bad feelings and judgment. Focusing on what you can control is one of the most important lessons of Stoicism. Gossipers, on the other hand, do the exact opposite. Instead of taking responsibility for their own actions and behaviors, they worry about other people's lives, which they can't change. Putting so much emphasis on things outside of ourselves goes against basic Stoic principles, which tell us to focus on improving ourselves. If you want to follow Stoic beliefs, you must turn down people who spread rumors. If you hang out with people who talk, you might start to judge others more, care more about what other people think, and focus less on your own growth. Instead, look for people who make conversations more interesting, who make you think deeply, and who push you to live a moral life. By turning down gossipers, you get rid of the small problems that get in the way of your progress. You can pay attention to what's important, your own way to become good and wise. Lesson 7. The self-centered. The person who is self-centered only thinks about themselves, their wants and needs. They don't think about other people's feelings, thoughts, or wants very often. Stoicism helps us learn to care about others, have empathy, and see how we are all linked to everything around us. These ideals are at odds with self-centeredness, so you should reject self-centered people from your life. The Stoics thought that everyone is part of a bigger group and that everything we do should help other people be happy and healthy. "What is bad for the beehive is bad for the bees," wrote Marcus Aurelius. In other words, we need to look beyond our own wants and think about how our actions affect the bigger good. Selfish people, on the other hand, only care about themselves, even if it means hurting other people. If you spend a lot of time with self-centered people, you might find that you always give without receiving or give up your own needs and ideals to meet theirs. In the end, this can make you angry, frustrated, or even burned out. The Stoics say that we should keep our relationships in balance by giving when it's suitable and making sure we keep our own sense of self and purpose. If you want to live a life in line with Stoic beliefs, you have to avoid people who are only interested in themselves. According to the Stoics, we should treat other people with kindness, fairness, and knowledge. Selfish people, on the other hand, drain your energy and make it hard to develop these traits. They might use situations to their benefit, making you feel like you're being used or not valued. Try to connect with people who value empathy, reciprocity, and society, just like the Stoics did. People who are ready to give as much as they take and who know how important it is to think about other people's needs should be around you. When you reject the self-centered, you make room for relationships based on mutual respect and a shared desire to grow as a person and as a group. Not only will rejecting these 9 types of people protect your peace of mind, but it will also show that you are serious about living by the Stoic values. Surrounding yourself with honest, respectful, and caring people will help you stay on the path to knowledge and self-mastery, while staying away from harmful influences that cause you to get sidetracked and upset.